Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. You are celebrating Swedish National Day, and this year your priority focus is environment, mainly combating the plastic. Why environment, and why are you picking environment as a key priority for this particular moment?
First of all, the environment is becoming, I think, an increasingly serious threat to us human beings, to the oceans, to the whole planet. We have the plastic pollution of the oceans, where we will see more plastic in the oceans than fish by 2050 if nothing is done. And in parallel, we see global warming, and we see the consequences becoming increasingly serious. Myanmar is definitely suffering already. We will all suffer in the long run if nothing is done. And we feel, Sweden, us Swedes, that we want to be responsible global citizens, and very much in partnership with the people of Myanmar. That's an important reason for us focusing on this today.
So you are also picking up this issue already 2 years. Last year also the same. What have you achieved? And also, what is the key message for Myanmar to become a responsible citizen in this particular, dealing with the plastic issues?
We started actually in 1972 when the first UN Environment Conference was held in Stockholm. We should have done more since then, us Swedes, the whole global community. But what these last years, I think we have seen awareness increasing. We have the remarkable Swedish teenager Greta Thunberg, who has voiced the concerns of a new generation, and she tells us we need to act to reduce the emissions of climate affecting gases, particularly CO2. We need to do it now. We can't wait. There is an urgency in action. Secondly, on the oceans, very simple things we can do together. Stop use single-use plastics. Plastic bags, no more. Straws, no more. And we want we try to showcase that here today together with Myanmar, and we will continue to, together with our partners here in Myanmar, advocate for that. And then we do small things in Thailand, where I'm based, but also in Myanmar. My colleagues in Yangon were out cleaning the other day, and that's of course also needed. We need to prevent the plastic and the waste coming out in the environment, and the waste that is there we need to get rid of in an environmentally sustainable way.
Okay, you also engage quite a lot of engage with Burma, apart from this environment issue. What are the Swedish other key engagement into Burma? And also, you are also quite supportive of media development issues. So, what do you assess about media in particular, and what need to be done more to be press freedom issued in Myanmar?
We are heavily engaged, particularly in three areas. We have health, support to, not least to the health of women and children. We support the Access to Health Fund. We're very happy that we have the Union Minister, Myint Twe, here as a guest of honor today. Secondly, we are engaged in peace. We need to see a more inclusive peace process. It must take time, and it must address the grievances that the local communities have on the ground. I've recently been to Kaya state, met the Karenni population there, and I know that all over the country, there are people that need to be listened to, also within the framework of the formal peace process. And of course, what's happening in Rakhine now is of serious concern. The abuse and excessive violence that takes place there, that needs to be addressed. That kind of violence needs to stop, and we need to see also these very sad events being taken care of by Tatmadaw, by the government, and of course by the armed organizations. The violence needs to stop now. Thirdly, on media, we have expressed concern for the shrinking space. We seen various laws used which have sent, I think, a chilling signal to media actors and to civil society. And even if, of course, we were happy to see the Reuters journalists finally getting their freedom, I think it's an area of concern, and where I think that the country would benefit so much from widening the space instead of seeing it shrinking. And we are here as an engaged partner. We voice our concern, but we are also there to support, to share our experiences. We are not telling other countries what to do in detail. We share our experiences, and we stand up for the values of freedom of expression and freedom of the press.
So you have engaged quite wide range, from health, environment, media, and also the Rakhine situation, and
Yes.
all these things. What is the most challenging for you, and what do you think that will be better in the near future for Myanmar, Burma?
Well, I think I'm very encouraged by results we have seen in the health sector. I've visited schools for midwives, and realizing how the support that we and others are giving, and the engagement by authorities, but also by ethnic organizations around the country, we're actually seeing improvements in the health status, and that goes to the core of what is a decent life for individuals. I would also like to say that the support through, we're a member of European Union, very committed Europeans, and the support that is given through European Union and our joint engagement, like in the education sector, also contributes very much to key areas where people can eventually feel that their livelihoods are getting better. But of course, the peace is crucial, and we need to see the peace process move forward. There's not any quick fix there, but I think that all parties need, and of course here government and the Myanmar military, the Tatmadaw, have a special responsibility, because this is very much in their hands, and we need to see constructive movements forward, and we need to see an inclusive process where also a broader group of actors, civil society, political parties are engaged.
Okay. What is your message for Burmese Myanmar people to take part in this, plastic campaign, say no to plastic, and also the environment issue? What is your message to the majority of Burmese people?
First and foremost, let's join forces in our everyday life. Stop using plastic bags, stop using single-use plastic, and think twice when you plan a journey, or when you plan to deal with food waste or other kinds of waste. Try to separate. Try to think of what will this mean to environment? What I do now, what does it mean to environment? And then try to act as environmentally friendly way as possible, because if we all do that, every single one of us, that will then add to actions that will save the planet.
My final one is going to the peace process. It's taken very long and very little result, for the last that Panlong, and that didn't happen for 9 months, and quite a lot of Burmese are quite concerned and why it's going that way. And what is your message for the majority of Burmese who really longing to see peace process happen in Myanmar, Burma?
Well, I think the most important message must go to the key actors, and where, as I said, we need to see an inclusive process where the grievances of people all around the country are addressed, and we need to see an immediate stop for the violence. And right now, in particular, of course, in Rakhine State, there's been positive steps to some extent when there was a ceasefire declared by the military, which was also prolonged. But what happens now in Rakhine, which wasn't covered by this ceasefire, is of deep concern, not only to us, but I think to all people that share this commitment to the future of this wonderful country.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.